Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Windbreaker video. Yes, it has released. If you're a fan of the anime or the manga, then you may want to go grab this because it's actually pretty faithful so far in playing. The good news is you do not need a VPN to play this. It's currently Japanese only, so you'll have to download. You could always go to TapTap, or if you have a Google Play account for Japan like I do, I just downloaded it from there. But you don't need a VPN once you download it to play. So that's the good news. Now, let's talk about this game. I was really looking forward to it. I've put a few shorts out there teasing it over the last few months. I am a fan of the anime, so I was looking forward to it. And yeah. If you've played Eminence in Shadow, which I did for a long time, finally walked away, was burned out. Crunchyroll was the publisher. I don't think I need to say any more about that. And then I also would compare it to 2.5 Dimensional Seduction Angels on Stage, which also I liked, but I just could not handle the monetization in the game. So yeah, so you might be wondering where this is gonna go, and exactly that. I can't really comment on the monetization yet on this game, honestly. I've gone through most of the intro that you were required to do. I was forced to do one poll, which I did, which I got lucky and got an SS. I'm not sure if that is automatic for everybody. Then I also did one other poll because I thought it was a requirement for if you follow everything that they tell you to do, you will get one SS free. And polled another really good character. So I've had some good luck, but we'll actually do some polls on here. But the game so far, this is where I'm getting a little disappointed in it. The gameplay is like I said, very similar to the last two games I had talked about and mentioned their names, Eminence in the Shadow 2.5. But you would expect with a Windbreaker game there would be a lot of fighting, which there is. That's the good news. The problem is it is literally 100% auto for the most part. That's the disappointing part to this. I really thought they would want to take advantage of a real, fighting type game with, a story such as this, and give you a lot to work with here. I'm not saying it has to be 100% manual, but at least I was hoping to get some battle time, especially with groups and gangs. I thought it would be fun. I thought they would adapt that well. Well, it's kind of disappointing to me. It follows the story well. There's lots of cuts. I've skipped through it here doing the video because I don't really see the need for a video for anybody. You walk around the town, as you can see right now, and you move on to different areas. This is a boss battle. Let's hopefully actually get to do this. The other was just teaching you some stuff. Now it is in Japanese, so if you're familiar with the anime or the manga, then you're gonna pretty much recognize the story. If you're not, there's tons of translators out there that are really easy to use. I keep a couple on my systems. If you need any recommendations, let me know, but it's so easy these days, it's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and skip this. I didn't even have it on auto. And this is what happens. You have a team of 5 that you're gonna normally go out with. This is the current team I'm using. I'll show you how you power up and everything else from there. But let's go in. There is an auto button right. If you see the green button on the right to the left of it is the auto button. But let's go ahead and go into the battle. So I can show you what I was kind of talking about. You can set up all different formations. I believe you have 5 presets you can set up. Very similar to Eminence and Shadow there. But this is the main gameplay here, okay? And you've got a ×1, ×2 speed, and I believe a 0.5, yeah. So that's the normal speed, so let's go to ×2. You have an auto button. If you don't really use it, all you're really doing is hitting the skills. You have tag team skills, which do more damage. They'll team up too. Now that is the only thing that is really truly not auto, besides hitting a main skill for a character that you have. That's about it. It's literally just like Eminence and Shadow. That's why I'm kind of, I mean, I think the graphics look good. I think it's clean. It runs really well. But I just thought they would give us more gameplay in really what should be a fighting game that you can interact with more, and you just don't. Doesn't look bad. I like how it's situated. You get multiple camera angles. I just don't want to sit and watch it. If I want to do that, I'll play more of an idle-based game that, and not something like this where I really wanted to interact with. That's my problem with it. I'm gonna still give it some time and play it, but yeah, it really took me back when I saw this. And as you can see up there, you have a time limit for your battles. I probably need to power up again, because usually I've been winning it before that 30-second mark. Hopefully we'll be able to get them beforehand. Oh, looks like I took some people down as I'm talking. I'm not paying attention. But yeah, and we'll do that next and show you how to power up, which, oh, come on guys, go. Okay. Well, we lost that one. So let's go ahead and show you the characters so you can see that there. Now you can see right there, you have characters, scene cards, and interactions. Interactions are very similar to the 2 games I mentioned before, Eminence and Shadow 2.5, where you're just interacting with the characters to get points. The characters themselves, this is the layout that you're gonna see. It's just like Eminence and Shadow. And again, this is where you can power just by level. I'm at level 10 for this character, which is max at the moment. And then you have a means to rank up your character, and you can get these through different quests. Of course, you can star up your characters and limit break them. Really straightforward. And then you have scene cards, which of course can also help your characters out, and you can duplicates on those to star them up, yada yada yada, level it up for more power to your character. Again, really straightforward. Going into the quest mode, you have power up quests for all different items that you're going to need. Again, really straightforward. And there's a brawl section, which I had just opened up for me, which I'm assuming is some sort of type of arena setup. And yes, it sure enough is just that type of arena setup. So you're going to be able to go and battle other opponents. So let's just go ahead and see. My guess is it's going to be the same type of battle that we've already been seeing so far. Click on that. We'll just go ahead and auto it in. And we'll go ahead and take a look. But my guess is it's going to be same type 5-on-5 that I just showed you before in the story gameplay. They're going to have side stories too, and if it's similar to the other games I've mentioned, they have done collabs in those games. So I would expect it's going to follow the same type of system, but it is really using the exact same backbones of those other games. No changes, but basically a different IP. So yeah, I wish I could sound more excited. I just thought Windbreaker would bring a lot more interactivity with your battling, and you're just not getting that with this game. The gacha system is, I know I sound redundant, literally just like Eminence in Shadow and 2.5. So yeah, there's absolutely no surprises there. It's 2,800 for a poll. They have been pretty generous given the drop of this release. The first poll is a paid only with a guaranteed SS. This is the current pickup. We'll go ahead and do one because I do like what they did for the animation. It's just an all-out fight, which I think is kind of funny, which is great and apropos for this IP. But yeah. What am I gonna say? I just expected so much more from this, given how the show is. So it didn't look like we got any SS characters. But the good news too is you can dupe up your lower ranked characters to get them to SS, which is nice. I always appreciate that with the games. They may never be truly as powerful, but they get there and they get close enough, and I appreciate that when games do that. But if you choose to play this game at the bottom left, as you can see, that is what you're going to play through to get your free SS. Highly recommend it. Will be very useful for you. Been using the character ever since I got it. But as I said, they are just giving away a lot of stuff like you would expect with a new release. Will this game have legs? I don't know. You know, I'm sure there's going to be a faction of people who are going to be so happy to have a Windbreaker game out there that they're just going to be happy to have it, and it may do well. Unless something starts to really grab me in this game, sadly to say, I don't think I'm going to stick with it, just because I don't want to play a game like this with this IP. It's not what I was expecting or would really want. Boy, of course when I record I get shafted. Of course I do. Well, either way, that brings us to a close. So if you are interested, I'll put a link in the video for the Japanese version that's available now. And like I said, you will not need a VPN to play this. Let me know your thoughts. You know, like I said, I'm a fan and just wanted a little bit more than what it was willing to give me. With that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.